r/AskReddit, where did you first meet the person you love? In the evening I was walking home and a girl ran up to me under an umbrella. Now we have 2 children and a cat. I met the love of my life in art appreciation class back in college. We were both 18 years old. We noticed each other from across the auditorium. He started sitting right behind me. Eventually, after talking in class for a while, we went for a walk at the mall. It happened to be Halloween, so everybody was in costumes except for us. Very magical and surreal, now that I think about it. We ended up talking in the parking lot for hours. I asked him if he would get in trouble with his parents for being out so late. He nonchalantly said, "Nah. Well, 14 years, 2 kids, and a house later." He confessed that his mom called the police and reported him missing because it was 2 a.m. and he wasn't home yet. Good times. I met my soulmate in a friend's backyard. He recently sold his house next door and stopped by to say goodbye to her family. Over 30 years later, we are still going strong. I met mine as a teenager on a camp that brought different schools together. I wasn't interested in a long-distance relationship or anything serious, but he won me over. At a dog park, where our furry wingman brought us together. Blushes. Reddit. Winks. She gave birth to me. We were at the same university at the same subject, physics, and we met every morning in the train, but we never said a word. Sad. Someday we both went to the workstation, so we had to walk for 10 minutes straight. Only me and her. And we also didn't tell a single word. Finally, some months later, she told me that she used to love, and so do I. So we started dating. Finally we broke up, slightly smiling face. We were playing in my backyard when we were 8 years old. Tinder and still going strong. At the family dinner. Oh, that's a sweet question. I first met him in a small coffee shop in the city center. The moment the doctor brought me out of the slimy vaginal passageway of my mother. Dr. Dan Smidvig. First love of my life. In your mother's bedroom. Met her at a brothel. Sister marriage. High school. I love more than one person. PSN home, 2014. MSN Messenger. High school. She came to my graduation ball as the date of a friend. Fell in lust there and then. That was July 99. Finally went on a date in Deck 03 and, by then I was already in love. Got married in 08. MySpace. Kindergarten smiling face with hearts. When I was 14. I just didn't realize it until I was 23. Behind a dumpster. At work, but apparently she hates me now. She was an officer at a local bank and was featured in a commercial advertising the bank. I knew I had to meet her. Couldn't stop thinking about her and thought it would have been too creepy just to walk into the bank and say I want to meet the woman in your commercial. Just so happened a friend introduced me to her at a local bar just several weeks later. We've been together for 43 years now. At work 10 years ago. I pronounced his name wrong on my second or third day there. He wasn't from my country. He flipped out and didn't speak to me for weeks no matter how much I tried to apologize. So I gave up, and one day I had a friend request from him on Facebook. I accepted, we chatted for a couple of days and he asked me out for coffee. I called a family member after moving back and he picked up the phone. He was one of his roommates. We spoke for about an hour and then when I went to visit about an hour away he was there, and when I went to shake his hand it was weird, like an electric shock. 30 years later still together, kids and grandkids now. 8th grade Spanish class. Married 30 years later to the month. We're both procrastinators. Reddit. My mom met this cute girl while on vacation, I decided I'll hit her up, now we're married and waiting the second baby. In a rave, UK man dancing woman dancing. We work at the same job. We were neighbors but never played together or even have 2 words exchange. Then I sent him Facebook request. In 15 days we were dating and he came to meet near my college, and that was the first time I saw him for the first time for more than just few glances. And it's been 8 years now, still going strong. I love him more than anything. Nightclub. I don't usually trust anyone in that place, but I loved him red heart. At the Boston Conservatory of Music. I first saw him walking into the black box for a show. I knew at that moment I was in love. He played viola, I was classical voice, my best friend played violin. She helped me eventually meet him. It turned out we were all huge potheads. We met in her apartment just being friendly, playing Mario Kart, along with Monster Bong Rips. 13 months later, after being friends, I confessed my love. It was a nice night, to say the least. Not with anyone right now, but I did meet my ex at a movie theater. We both happened to buy seats next to each other and basically talked during the entirety of the movie as if we had known each other for years. I miss her sometimes. Does not sound very exciting, but Sears. We both worked there and met on my first day being shown around. 15 years later and still madly in love. Sears, however, is not doing so well, I hear. In the mirror. Just kidding. That guy's a jerk. Mocks me every morning like he ain't got nothing better to do. In a bar. In an IRC channel, back when IRC was something the cool kids did. Yes, we're old. I thought she was very rude, and so was intrigued. The rest is history. At the zoo we both love animals and got along really well, and our first date was being with her getting surgery. We've been together 8 months now, thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.